Land. 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 Coming in to land in Bruton, Somerset, England. Housemanworth, that international big deal blue chip art gallery, has a local small town greenfield space, and The Land We Live In, The Land We Left Behind is an exhibition that tackles the gallery's surroundings. It's about soil, toil, leisure, utopia, the romantic, the authentic, the touristic. It's about food and farming and folk tradition. It asks, what is authenticity in galleries that were once threshing barns, workshops and pigsties? It is knowing and knows where it is. It knows its place.
I've been very interested in the way that contemporary connects with heritage and history and community, and what I really liked about the opportunity here was the mix, sort of biennale, public sector and commercial sector, combination of things. I know I have never been in that position before.
It is a rich mix. Land connects the seemingly unrelated, Korean dragon jars, the writings of Ruskin, advertising's glossing of the agricultural, honesty, Glastonbury, the country estate and lord of the manor, heritage farming and industrial farming, how folk tradition became nationalism and national socialism and naturism. Your bearded barista is one flat white away from fleeing to form a commune in Wiltshire, in the nude. Talking of the rural idyll, how does the director get to work?
I'm incredibly fortunate that I can walk down Lower Backway in Bruton, out the back of my house, up past the church, past the medieval fish ponds in the field. I usually have my wellies on at this time of year, and then cross the road to the gallery. The location is everything and really determines how we run this gallery. And our ethos is very much Hauser&Wirth. However, we also think about how can we connect the art world and the artists of Hauser&Wirth with our location, bring those things to a new audience.
One way to do that is with an interactive exhibit. Marcus Coates is an artist who often performs as a shaman, a seer, or in this case, a man dressed as an apple tree. There's naught queer as folk art. In this weird costume, in a sort of confessional, Coates invites visitors to open up and ask him questions, really get to the core of the matter.
People are coming into the structure and they're asking me questions that they can't normally answer. So in my guise as this Apple service provider, I will answer their question using exclusively Apple knowledge. So part of it for me is creating that barrier, saying this is ridiculous, look, that you're talking to someone dressed up in an Apple costume. But then, by them converting from disbelief to belief is very powerful. So there's an investment there in believing.
Sure, there are goats. Fernando García-Dory's brought them. He's a Spanish artist who changes minds and habits by getting burned out city slickers to retrain as shepherds, persuading townies to make cheese.
Artists are the ones who can mediate between that other realm that is not articulated, and that can be articulated through the poet, through the landscape painter, and now maybe through the ritual maker, cheesemaker. It's precisely in this moment of environmental, economical and political crisis when we have to really look back to what's around us, how we can reconnect with the land without falling in the conservative ideologies that we see rising in our world today.
García-Dory is a utopian, and Adam Sutherland is fascinated by that. What happens when tradition is revealed as hokum?
In this show, there's quite a lot of examples where I kind of pick out something that was actually completely bogus. But it worked regardless. Grey Owl, for example, who turned out to be a bank teller from Hastings, had an enormous impact pretending to be a Native American.
What is authentic, however, is the gallery's engagement in the land it lives in. It's not a smart art spaceship docked in a picturesque spot. It's a living thing, embraced by its neighbours.
It is always rewarding when people come up to us and say, I didn't think I understood contemporary art, but I really like that piece by that artist, and it gave me goosebumps, or it made this hair stand up on my back of my neck.
This show on land in the middle of farmland offers a rare weekend's worth of inspection, reflection and amusement. And in the end, you might wonder where you are at all.
We used to base our knowledge, our experience of the world on the land, on nature, on the other beings that shared the world. Now we don't. What are our references now? Technology, brands, that's the kind of new nature in a way for us. So I'm trying to, in a way, re-establish a relationship to a form of knowledge that could be useful for us.
It is strange and straight, this show. It is a gallery looking at itself in the mirror. After all, if you can see what's behind you, you can prepare for what's ahead. For Monocle in Somerset, I'm Robert Barrett.